the collective reading. I'm going to use the Journey Deck. For those of you that are not familiar with this, it is my signature Shamanic Journey Deck. So you have 26 themes and 26 spirit animals. And the idea is to pick one from each deck, one from each part, and then to have a story and to journey with the theme and with the animal. See what arises for the collective. And on a personal level, it can really help you achieve psychic healing and, do things like break ancestral karma, get help with psychic attacks, clear psychic attacks, potentially warn you of black magic, things like this, because the animals and the themes will alert you to the fact. And then you can use specific animals as well to help and support and alchemize. So it's an extremely amazing tool to have all of these quantum spiritual helpers at your disposal, then saying, this is what you need right now, this is what's blocking you. And it's like having a group of psychic healers all ready to support you and guide you. So they are beautifully powerful, gifted to me by Spirit. We're going to say about 6 years ago now, and the artist has been working on doing the illustrations and drawing them, and they have recently birthed into being, so you can now pre-order yourselves a pack. Yes. I'll put the link below for anyone that wants to sort of check them out a little bit deeper. But we'll drop into the collective healing for today. Calling in sacred space from the east, the north, the west, the south. Beautiful Pachamama, Divine Feminine, Inti Tai, Father Sky, calling in your star brothers, star sisters, Sacred Masculine, holding us in sacred space. For any of you that are into sacred geometry, seeing yourselves in a Merkaba, in a cube, in the Star of David, whatever resonates deeply with you and yourself. And once you are held in sacred space, dropping into the heart of your conscious being, coming into safety, self-love, surrendering to the awareness of the all that is. Thank you for guiding, supporting us in this human experience. Let's see what we're working with today. Animal first. Animal first. Beautiful. So the animal for collective messages. What does the collective need to know right now? I don't know why I'm so shuffling. Perhaps there's more than one that we're working with. We've got the Queen Bee. Bee to start with. This is Messenger of God. Divine messages from God. So for those of you out there that want to sit for a second, feel what comes into your body. Any feelings or messages that come through in the essence of the bee. Allowing God, allowing Spirit to be with you, to hold you. And I notice family comes in for me. If you have any loved ones, that departed souls that you miss, that you received a lot of nurture from. Feel their nurturing energy from the other side coming through. Yeah, that physical, like being close. Yeah. Yeah. It comes with a real family essence. The message for the collective seems to be, like worker bees, but not like working. It's like joyfully being and sort of doing that needs to be done, right? Together as a family. So if that's cooking together or cleaning together, but like having fun with it rather than, telling somebody that they need to do their tasks or clean up after cooking. It's more like it's helpful, it's playful, it's joyful. It's like, the Mary Poppins, that it's like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Or when they're cleaning up, it's like they make it into a dance and a play and like connection and bonding and togetherness. And then it's not work at all, but it's community and heart connection and bonding. Task-based fun, as my family would call it. I was having a day of task-based fun. Okay, let's see the theme. Calling in the theme that comes with the bee. Tuning in with the bee. Allowing bee or bees to come, be with you. See any in your mind's eye. Notice what they're doing. Notice how it feels. What theme have we got for the collective? Another war one. It is in the collective space, isn't it? Okay. Okay. I can't argue with that. We're gonna go with it. I feel like, is there any other extra information contributing to this war? Okay. So we've got a little bit of anger, stripping illusions, duality. Ooh, cool. So I'll do a little bit of a journey and a story for war at the moment, but these three that come in from the Shamanic Healing deck, it's potentially anger coming into your space. But I feel like this war, the anger is almost like I have a bubble here, like a nice little bubble of family and bee and godliness and holiness, but there is like war outside of it. So this could be people other than you that are potentially angry or triggered and that are perhaps a little bit heavier energy, not necessarily putting that mirror up, that when they're triggered and they get angry, it's like, let me reflect on what this is within me and use the dynamic with who's triggered me to help me meet this part of myself. This anger feels like they're not really doing that. It goes more into attack, blame, shame. I need to try and protect my ego here. And it's a little bit heady and kind of missing the point, and the anger is sort of all over the place and a little bit misdirected. So you could have people in your life or dynamics where that's a thing and it's potentially contributing to this. We've then got duality, stripping illusions, and the war. It's like the war of duality within them, right? Or essentially the war of duality within us all. But I imagine if you're watching this channel. If you're watching me, you are a little bit more aware of potentially the shamanic path, self-development, walking through the east, the north, the west, the south, understanding those parts of self and wanting to deepen connection to spirit, connection to self, understand the human journey, the human experience journey, rather than be triggered in duality and think, oh, I need to attack this other person. It's like a separation from unity consciousness, essentially. So it's almost like there's two parts to it. Understanding one's own journey with unity consciousness and just checking in with self and going, yeah, okay, where do I see other people as separate from me? Because even these anger people who are even further away from putting the mirror up to themselves, it's almost like, yeah, if they're still in your space, it will be that holding space for even that version of duality within you. What shadows are they? Can there be any more space holding and alchemy for parts of yourself that you haven't seen or met yet? Because there's the question of, you don't know what you don't know. And you can meet all the parts of yourself and mirror them. But that journey will keep deepening. Yeah, but you might have frustrating relationships with people that are unable to see the duality dance within themselves, and they're a little bit angry about that. So you could experience some projection, people projecting their stuff onto you. And as long as you are conscious of that, don't allow it to affect you, that everyone else has their own rhythm, honor everyone else's free will choice, honor everyone else where they are at. And it's almost like, honor all of the puzzle pieces, because without all of the puzzle pieces, if we were all at the same point in the same journey, and if everyone else in your life, in your space, was exactly where you were at, there wouldn't be a puzzle. There would just be one piece. And we would all be that one piece if we were all at the same piece, with the same understanding, with the same consciousness. We come in with the same archetypes to move through. It's not the case. There's an entire puzzle. So kind of potentially pulling back sometimes, pulling back from any friction, any anger, any denser relationships with people that don't understand duality, and honor them for their piece in the puzzle, and pull back and be like, actually, this is a masterpiece and they are that piece. And without them, it wouldn't be a spectacular whole piece, because if they were the same piece as me, we'd just be a little puzzle piece. But actually, they are necessary to make up the canvas. And maybe this is the stripping of illusions, right? The illusion is that everyone needs to be the same puzzle piece, and then we'd all feel relieved and like, okay, everyone's being nice to each other and so lovely. But potentially that's the illusion. Like, would it be if there was just one puzzle piece? It wouldn't be a puzzle. Right. Let's do a little journey. Anything else that wants to be spoken to about that? Yeah, I think that's enough. And get into your body. The only thing for me sometimes is if there's tension and friction and anger, moving it through words is very challenging because of duality and because of the puzzle pieces and because of the illusions and because of everyone's frame of reference is different. Super difficult to fully process and feel the joy of fire and anger and the richness of what some of this energy can be when it's tried to process in thought, in word, through the head. Anger is so much more joyful just in sound and through the body. Bliss. The computer agrees. Okay. Dropping into space consciousness for my shamanic journey is out there. Your theme is war. Find yourselves in a beautiful place in nature. If you like to come to a calm, safe, beautiful place first, go into nature. And then walk through the door with the archetype of war on it and call on the sacred energy of the bee to show you your personal story and message behind this collective reading. And for those of you that want to drop in to the collective one, I will share what comes through for the collective. Beautiful. This is a little bit segues on from what's already come in. In the war, the bees were attacking the bees, and it's like the shots were coming, but it's like bee stings, and it's not like airplanes. It's not. Guns and stuff. It's the bees attacking the bees. And then the bees kind of look up and realize it's like, oh, there's the bees. Why are we attacking the bees? Like, stop. And then there was this sudden halt of everything. Like the bees that were attacking kind of dropped out the sky. And then there was this peace. And all the bees resting. And then there was a sense of really tuning into the earth. Dropping into the body, dropping into the earth, the sacred energy of the sea, water, and going, we've just been up here totally distracted. And as soon as everything drops, it's like, actually, the bees were just wasting their energy having this war against the bees. And what really needed to happen was just peace. It was peace and dropping into the earth. Dropping into the earth. Coming into connection with what really matters. Yeah. And it is very micro macro, that it's almost like you can put on the news and very aware that this theme is current in humanity. It's like, why on the F are we attacking ourselves? Like, just stop. Come on now. There's more important things like the sacredness of the earth. What on earth, what imprint are we giving to the land, to the sea, to the energy consciousness of Mother Earth? And how do we learn to love each other, or at least stop distracting each other, so that there can be found a meeting point of shared values, shared love, shared support for the earth, the sea, the water. Yeah. Looking after the animals, looking after the sea. We are so much water in our bodies. And I think the energetic imprint of what is going into the sea really gets to be changed and shifted on a collective level. And we can certainly ask the bees at the end of this to support us in that collectively, to support this landing and this stopping and this shift. So the the bees, all the bees can help us with this psychic healing, this quantum healing, and we can ask for their help in that. But it's almost like before that, the question would be, how does that macro picture play out on a micro level? Are there still relational dynamics that are difficult? Is there still tension? Where is your bee attacking another bee? Is there relational difficulties? Is there family stress? And so yeah. And I think instead of trying to resolve it, because this war between the bees wasn't resolved. It wasn't resolved at all. Because sometimes there cannot be a resolution, especially with anger, like we said, with words. It's impossible. There's different frames of reference. There's duality. It's not going to happen through words and through talking. You might not be able to. It's like this spiritual idea that you need to kind of resolve and complete with every relationship in your life. Otherwise, you're contributing to this fighting. That's not what I'm saying here. It would just be an acknowledgement of where are you being distracted by it. It was just about distraction. The fighting, the energy, the perpetual attention going into it was a distraction. So as long as you're not perpetuating any distraction to what's really important, then you're not contributing to the perpetual vicious cycles, right? Your bee is not fighting any other bees. If it's fighting any other bees and it's causing distraction in your life and pulling you away from what's genuinely important, then you're getting sucked into the collective stress. So it's like, yeah, it doesn't mean that you need to be a doormat, forgive everyone, send love and be like, oh, okay, I'll take all of the responsibility. It's my fault, just to soothe over any relationships. Nuh-uh. Staying in your discernment, staying in your truth. Yes, just processing or being responsible for what's yours, leaving somebody else their puzzle piece to do their bit with love. But that is your non-distraction. It's like, I can do my part in this. I'm not trying to make everyone's puzzle piece my puzzle piece. That's theirs because it's part of the full canvas. Leave that over there with them and get on with what's important for you. So as long as this war, any friction relationships is not distracting you from your values, from what's truly important in your heart and what matters, that's the message. Yeah. How many summers would you have left, depending on your age, that you can really fully enjoy? So it's like if you're in your 40s, do you have 15 left till you're 55? 15 summers left, really, that you can fully enjoy. Or maybe you'll enjoy summers like 60, 70. Okay, great. You've got 20, 30 summers to enjoy. Maybe you've got 40, 50 summers to enjoy. But it's like, yeah. And if you go, oh, okay, I've got 20 summers to plan till like, essentially I'm just going to not really want to do too much with my summer. That suddenly narrows it down to, oh, okay, let's not be what's really important. What do I want to do with those summers? That's what's coming in. Okay. Beautiful. So we're just gonna, I think that's complete, but we are gonna ask the bee, all of the bees, the collective bees, to support in any war, any conflict, any duality, any misunderstanding, any illusion that is distracting humanity from what is important. And yes, essentially we'll pray to the spirit of the bee to help alchemize and support this on a metaphysical plane, allowing it to shift any sacred geometry in our bodies, on a soul level for the multiverse, so so that it ripples out to any part of the multiverse, any part of this metaphysical experience that also needs to be reprogrammed with this. Beautiful. And however you ask your bees in your mind's eye, it's like there's a celebratory message, because these are also timeless. So the more people that listen and tune in and do this again and again and again, it will compound and send that ripple out, and it will continue to decode and do and keep asking the bees. So whenever you do come across this, if you are sitting into this as well, do ask the bees again in your present moment truth. Every time that it's played, that beacon is just going to go out and keep going out. And there's such a celebration behind it. It's like, yes, this is now pulsing in the, on the psychic highway. It's just sending those love beams out to the bees and just reminding them that it's like, and the worker bees is like, they're working on this and they're enjoying working on this. Like the family at the beginning, the bee family, our quantum bee family in the spirit realm is there just going, we're fully with you, enjoying doing this as a family and helping. It's a really celebratory thing. It feels so good that it's not actually work. It's just like, we're on purpose. We know what we're doing. Yeah, so I honor you for your help. If you have watched this and tuned into this and asked the bees from your consciousness, thank you. From my heart's truth to yours, a soul felt thank you. This is such an opening feeling. Comes with a feeling of connection, passion, awe. Thank you. Okay. On this beautiful, expanded feeling, I think I'm going to complete. We'll complete for today. Any last things? Summer solstice and the trees. Beautiful. Radiance. Hope you try Sankoi. Hope to see you soon. Do comment, put a like, all the stuff. So that I can see what lands, what's helpful, whether you enjoy doing the shamanic journey, whether you understand the concept of shamanic journey and whether you like it, whether it helps. Let me know.